Welcome back guys to a new video. Now today I'm going to be covering everything that is coming out with the new Sea of Thieves update today, version 1.0.8. The servers are currently down and have been for an hour, but they should be going live at 2 PM BST. Usually Rare get the servers up a little bit earlier, so it could be any time between now and the next few hours really. I mean, the latest 2 PM BST. But I'm going to be going through all you need to know in the patch notes today about what's coming with this update, just while you wait for the servers to come back online. Now, if you do enjoy today's video, guys, as always, make sure to subscribe because it really does help out the channel so much as we're getting closer and closer, only 2,500 away from that big 100,000 mark. And also, leave a like on today's video if you do get all the news you need to know. Now, the one thing before I get into the patch notes I want to let you guys know is, unfortunately, this isn't the Hungering Deep to let you guys know, but as you will see on the screen when we get into the video, it will be coming on May the 29th. So it says, in case you were adrift, lost at sea and missed it, we released our official trailer for the Hungering Deep and had our very first issue of the Pirate Times. What's hiding in the Hungering Deep? Find out May the 29th when this free content update arrives. So only 6 days away now, guys, until the Hungering Deep, but this patch is just like a final patch sort of to fix a lot of things and, you know, really get this game perfect for when the free content update does arrive, which I'm so hyped for, and you're going to see a lot of gameplay on that. But anyway, let's get on with what is coming with this update 1.0.8. So patch 1.0.8 brings with it much requested features like the ability to discard Voyages and set your aim sensitivity, and the first of many updates to improve accessibility for our colorblind pirates. So, the download and installation, as you guys can see on the Xbox One and Windows 10 on any version of the Xbox, it is a 800 megabyte update. So again, not too big, which is great, and that's what I like about these like little small bug fixes updates with Sea of Thieves and like a few small update additional things, is that they're always very small updates, and it's good for people because some people that have very slow internet, you know, need smaller updates so they can get back on the game as quickly as possible. Whereas, again, I know I always link back to this, but when I play a game called Ark, which many of you guys will follow on the channel, when they release smaller updates, it's still like 3 gigabytes, or like much bigger, like what the Sea of Thieves Hungering Deep update is probably going to be. So that's going to be very interesting to see how big the actual Hungering Deep update is. So anyway, moving on to the updates of what has come with this update. So, on to the next. Players can now discard unwanted voyages within the quick menu. No more having to propose them on the captain's table and cancelling them. So that's something that's definitely been needed in the game for a while. It was something that on a fully created game just shouldn't have been there from the start anyway. But anyway, anything that they, have got wrong within the game, they get sorted, and that's what I really like about Rare, so I'm very, very happy that's sorted. Did you hear that? When you are transmitting voice over mic, an icon will now appear on your screen to let you know that you are doing so. So if you don't realise that your mic isn't muted or something, or you didn't even realise you were talking, then you will now know. But if you're wondering if you want to be talking and stuff and you don't know whether you are, there is going to be an icon appearing on the screen now. Stories Untold. Players will now come across, sorry that's the wrong one, players will now come across more lore books on their adventures. Give and Take. Resource crates which are being held by players can now have items put into or removed from them. Distressed chickens. The unsettling sound of the chicken whilst caged is now more bearable. That, I suppose that's a pretty cool thing to get sorted because they are crazy. Music of Legends. The musical sting that plays when entering the legendary hideout has been updated. Updated voice lines. So legendary tavern keeper Louise and the pirate lord and the Order of Souls NPC Olivia have now have new ghostly sounding voice lines. Sorry. Visual effects. Improve multiple VFX of weapon impact to grass terrain and cannon impact to water. New icons as well being updated. Updated the chess UI to make it clearer that players can scroll through the filter tabs. Icons are now also prettier, bigger, and generally better. out of stock. So shipwrights and weaponsmiths will no longer stop the 8 cosmetic pieces which weren't visible and distinct enough. And also, launch crew Eye of Reach. We kept it in for an extra week due to its popularity, but this time limited item has now been removed from the weapon shop, so you will not be able to get the launch crew Eye of the Reach. That is now gone. It was like 0 gold, so it was just like a free thing you would have got, but unfortunately, if you forgot to get this, it is now out of the store. Now moving on to some player setting stuff that has come within this update. So, Colorblind Accessibility. There is now a high contrast X marks the spot option in the accessibility settings. Enabling this will change the red X on the map to white with a black outline, which we understand will be easier to view for our red-green colorblind pirates. Really awesome stuff Rare are doing there. Aim sensitivity slider. Players can customize their controller and mouse sensitivity, specifically when aiming with each ranged weapon. The blunderbuss, flintlock pistol, and the Eye of Reach have their own slider to option to adjust. Additional muting options have been added to My Crew. These have now include the ability to mute voice, text chat, and non-verbal phrases separately. Now moving on to performance increases of the update. Pretty huge stuff here. Last time they had a massive list, which I suppose is better now on updates when you don't see as much, because you know there isn't as much to fix, and I know the known issues is still really not big at all. So, performance improvements. Whilst on the ship and in the multi-ship scenarios, performance has been improved. Server optimizations to reduce latency, frame rates which while streaming islands have been improved gunplay in high latency network conditions, and multiple server and client crash fixes. Further improvements and optimizations for all platforms are constantly ongoing, as you guys know. So huge stuff there with the performance increases. We really just want to see more and more of this. It really does help out a lot, and I'm really happy that the frame rates while streaming islands have been improved, because I don't really feel like that's a huge problem in the game, but I've noticed it, so it's great to see improvement there. Now moving on to the fixed issues. There's usually a lot of fixed issues in every update, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what they've got here. Issues with given items have now been resolved, and this feature is now re-enabled. So the one that was added into patch 1.0.7 has now been added in, where you can give items and stuff away. Skeleton fort keys will no longer drop into inaccessible locations. Dates displayed on pocket watches will no longer go out of sync. Fixed areas on Smuggler's Bay and Plunder Valley where bounty skeletons were not spawning. Pirates should no longer lose their clothing upon respawning after death. Changing your bucket at the equipment chest will make the water spill out instead of just vanishing, so be careful not to flood your ship. Players should no longer encounter an issue where they are unable to interact with rewards floating in the water once they leave the area and return. Barrels of plenty no longer disappear when respawning onto your ship after death. Improved skeleton movement in skeleton forts. Instruments will no longer sound muffled / cut out when players are on the back of the sloop. Opening the vanity chest multiple times in a short span of time will no longer cause your pirate to preview to stop appearing. It is now possible to loot all items in the skeleton fort vaults. The prompt to talk to the Merchant Alliance NPC on the Sanctuary Outpost is no longer missing her name. Chicken movement should no longer appear jittery. Pirate Legend band in the hideout now playable audio shanties. And the legendary Tavern Keeper was loading the wrong text loadout. The correct text loadout has been rebound to the NPC. And finally, for the fixed issues, players will no longer incorrectly hear ambient sounds such as storms, rain, birds after using a mermaid, exiting the ferry, or teleported after getting stuck. So again, pretty awesome improvements there on Sea of Thieves. Again, I just want to give a massive shout out to Rare for, their hard work constantly every week, releasing these updates, fixing the game. It's something that many games don't do, and I'm glad that they are working on this in time for the Hungering Deep. And the final thing is something that's been in the game ever since the start, which they're still trying to work on, is the known issues. Some players cannot see their downloadable content. Now, I've seen people in my comment section, Dom, can you please help me? Like, I've submitted a support ticket about this and stuff, and I have no response and everything. Sea of Thieves will have to get back to you at one point. So if you are someone that hasn't seen their downloadable content for Sea of Thieves, all you have to do is raise a support ticket on their website, and if you still can't find your games, and you can go through the support article which shows where you can find your items. But if you still don't know where they are and they're still not there, just raise a support ticket and wait, because they will get back to you. They have to, it's their job. And if it does take long, maybe send another one through, I don't know, but they have to get back to you because that is their job, and the downloadable content has to come to you because that's what you've paid for, basically. But anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed today's video for version 1.0.8 of the Sea of Thieves new update today. Maintenance is still ongoing, but hopefully it should be up. I mean, some of you guys will probably be watching this video when the maintenance is over, so you'll just be able to play it straight away when you log on. But if you are watching it straight away, they will still be down for a little bit. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I cannot wait to bring you some Hungering Deep gameplay on May the 29th. It's going to be a load of fun. I'm going to spend the whole day just editing videos for you, so I'll have the best content on that. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, guys. Leave a like, and I'll see you guys later.